What up? Welcome back to the Necro Zoo. I am Bones. And in this one, let's go ahead and add one more figure to my McFarlane DC Multiverse collection. Of course, this time it will be the Wonder Woman from the Last Night on Earth with the Dr. Fate helmet. Now, of course, this is from the comic books where in one future, Wonder Woman has built herself an army and comes out wearing the Dr. Fate helmet. One of the cool things about this was how she commented that the helmet no longer has any power. The man that wore it is gone, and now it is only a helmet. But of course, you never know. There could be one little piece of magic still left in there. But let's go ahead and check out the figure. Now, this is a re-release from the original figure that was released, which everybody knows as Mohawk Wonder Woman. This one definitely looks really cool in the packaging, but let's go ahead and take a closer look at her and see what we think. Now, of course, as usual, she does come with a black DC Multiverse stand. Not really needed, but sometimes useful. She does come with a different data file card. On this one, you have an image of the actual figure on a little bit of diorama with the helmet. And on the back, you do have some information. Pretty cool, added to the collection. And of course, she did come with one accessory, which is her sword, which actually looks pretty good. Take a look at that later. Now, looking at her first off, let's take a look at the helmet, which is the main difference of this figure. Pretty cool. McFarlane had teased this helmet before, but when the figure was finally released, we never saw any part of the helmet. So then some people were wondering what was going to happen. Did they just tease that or what? And what ended up happening is now they released it a second time, but with the helmet on. I'm fine with that. Another figure to add to my DC Multiverse collection. So I'm cool with that. Now the helmet does look pretty cool. I'm pretty sure one thing that will distinguish this one is you could see the lock of her hair hanging out from the back of the helmet. But pretty good articulation. Looks down, looks up pretty nicely, and does turn, and you could tilt it for some character. Pretty cool. This will be a pretty quick look at her because of course I have reviewed the original figure. But let's take a deeper look at this one. Same arm joints, does have double jointed elbows. Pretty cool. Now they did change the color of the gauntlets and the armbands. Anything that has gold on this one, the gold is a little bit more brighter, like a more metallic gold than the original one. The original one, the gold was a little bit more dirtier. Coming down, she does have that waist articulation from McFarlane. Pretty cool. You could twist her and get her in some pretty cool poses. Really like this figure actually with the helmet. You would think that it wouldn't make a big difference, but actually it does. Like, it gives her like a stoic look. Pretty cool. I'm really happy to add this to the shelf. It's going to be a cool addition to the collection, and it's going to look really good up there. Now, going down, she has the same features as the original release. She has a dagger on her right side, and then her sword sheath on this side. Going down, she does have double jointed knees. And another cool thing that they did do is that this time they did paint in the pin that on the original was a flesh colored. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. So on this original release, the pin was flesh colored, so it really stood out, and I had to eventually paint the one on my custom that way because it just irked me that it had that. But surprisingly, they did fix it on this one, which is surprising, but pretty cool that they did that. In fact, let's go ahead and bring out my custom Wonder Woman. Now, I did do a couple of things to my custom, which was I took off the stubble paint from her head to give her more of a bald head, and then I changed out the hands to give her some gloved hands, which in the comics is more accurate. Added a little to the sheath of the dagger, and then painted up her sword a little bit. Now, if you do take the sword from the original release and compare it to the new one, there you could really tell the difference there. In fact, the blade is a little bit more shinier silver, and the gold, like of course how I said before, is a little bit more metallic and lighter gold. Pretty cool difference there. But of course you can put the sword in her hand if you would like to display her like that, or if not, you can put it inside the sheath like so. Now, getting these two next to each other, you could really see the difference in the color. Now, the reds are pretty much the same, but if you look at the blues, the Dr. Fate helmet one is a little bit lighter, like more colorful blue, and the older one is a little bit darker, more grimier blue. And then of course the only other difference is the gold. Like I said before, the newer one is a little bit more shinier, and the old one is a little bit darker gold, more like a copperish looking gold. And then you could see the differences like in the gauntlets. But like I said before, I really like this figure. For some reason, she just really stands out to me, and I know she's gonna look cool up there on the shelf. Now, of course, they did already take the helmet from this one, and they are gonna release a new Dr. Fate figure that will be based on the Injustice 2, but we're still waiting for those to come out. Pretty cool addition to the collection. I'm really happy with her. This is another case where at first I'm not really too sure how happy I'll be, but once you get it in hand and you start posing it, it really grows on you. So really happy to add her to the collection. She will be going up there on the shelf in between my other two Mohawk Wonder Woman. So let's get her up there on the shelf. You guys out there, keep hunting, keep collecting, keep customizing, and I will see you on the next one.